The semicolon has two distinct and quite different applications. One is a grammatically precise use, and the other is a question of style. The first use is related to the colon in that it involves lists. Here's the rule. If at least one item in a list contains a comma, then all of the items are separated by semicolons. Let me show you two samples. The first sentence also uses a colon. Our class elected new officers: Michaela President, Andrew Vice President, Justin Secretary, Rachel Treasurer. Each of the four items in the list contains a comma, so each item needs to be separated by a semicolon. Here's another sample. We packed our new tent, a Coleman 3 season, 4 sleeping bags, 2 lanterns, and a canopy. Although only one item in the list contains a comma, each of the four items still needs to be separated by a semicolon. The more common use of the semicolon combines independent clauses. A clause is a group of words with a subject and a verb, and there are two types: independent and dependent or subordinate. Our discussion of the semicolon involves the independent clause, which is essentially a simple sentence. This means it can stand by itself and is not reliant on another construction. One way to streamline your writing and improve your style is sentence combining. There are various ways to combine sentences and sentence elements, but I'm going to focus on the way which involves a semicolon. We know that punctuation, like traffic signals, controls the pace of a sentence. When we are reading, commas tell us to pause. Periods, exclamation points, and question marks tell us to stop in different ways. Along the line of this analogy, the semicolon acts like a merge. It joins two connected ideas. The semicolon allows you to join two related independent clauses. Look at the following two sentences. Bridget slept for the entire ride home. The hike this afternoon exhausted her. Grammatically, the two sentences are correct. As a writer, however, you may choose to emphasize the connection between the two statements while still retaining independent clauses. Bridget slept for the entire ride home. The hike this afternoon exhausted her. I probably could have used the subordinating conjunction because instead of the semicolon, but that would have created a different dynamic in the sentence, making the second clause subordinate. Take a look at another sentence. Lucas sat thinking alone in his dorm room. High school seemed like ancient history. These two independent clauses aren't easily joined by a subordinating conjunction, so the semicolon conveys the connection between them. The semicolon controls the pacing slightly. More importantly, it conveys a subtle message from the writer emphasizing the relationship between the two statements and their equality in rank. Look for ways to employ the semicolon to add stylistic maturity to your writing.